I built Deek his own city, and it was so big that it crashed my PlayStation 5 multiple times. This was all done with no mods, and I used up the full Conjurations limit meter. Deek really deserved his own space, and I thought what better than to give him his own city or town that could one day rival Hogsmeade. If you want to see how this is all possible, make sure you watch the full walkthrough. Also, if you want to know how to build something to this scale, you should watch my previous Woodland Castle video, as it shows more in-depth building techniques used, and I'll link this video in the description below. The main issue we always face when trying to build in the Vivarium is the small buildable area they give us. The space looks big, but you can't actually build everywhere in it. This Vivarium has the biggest buildable floor space of all the other Vivariums. That's why my biggest builds are always here. But unfortunately, we can't build up on top of the cliffs that overlook the Vivarium or the grass area on the other side of the river. I would love to put a tower up on the hill overlooking the town. To overcome this, and to suit a space built for Deek, I actually shrunk the houses and hamlets down to their smallest sizes, as well as the walls, plants and chairs. This allows me to fit much more in the space, and it still gets the full scale feeling of this town or city. A new design that I'm happy I tried is the main tree in the center of town that looks to be in a big pond full of water. To do this, I placed the large gnarled tree in the center of the courtyard and then surrounded it with the riverbed ground surface. I then walled it off with the stone fence and placed fern bushes on the inside of the stone fence to add to the watery pond feel and cover up those join lines. The outside of the stone wall I finish off with some heather bush, and again is to cover the joins and to soften the connection between the cobblestone pathways and the wall. Putting all this together tricks the eye into thinking it's a deep pool of water surrounding the tree, even though it's actually just some muddy water. A few nice touches like the well on the edge of the water adds the illusion of deep water that the town uses to drink. I also added in this little pumpkin farm and bee house to make the town feel more complete and lived in. Deek and his friends are going to need some food after all. I also thought this long, thin, buildable space would work really well with an ancient shrine that feels peaceful and mysterious as you approach. I feel the fireplaces, columns and sand all make it feel like an ancient special place. The last little piece to the build is Deek's peaceful sitting place to look over his lake. I'm hoping you can all help me out with a question. Does anyone know how to remove those annoying white outlines on objects? I'd be very appreciative because I can't figure it out by myself. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like and subscribe, as I'm a very small channel and it helps me out so much. Enjoy designing in your own Vivariums, and hopefully in the future the developers bring more objects into our Vivariums to increase our design future.